Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bungle, and today we're going to be talking about Enlisted, the World War II free-to-play first-person shooter. If you're new to my channel, new subscriber, new viewer, you may be asking yourself, hey Bungle, what is Enlisted? Well, Enlisted is a great alternative to video games out there, AAA games such as Battlefield 5, kind of simulator games like Red Orchestra, Postscriptum, and you may be asking, well, why, Bungle? Well, it's kind of semi-arcadey. Enlisted is a little semi-arcadey, but it retains historical accuracy and historical authenticity. And it's also a fun game. Now, today, you may be asking yourself, Bungle, what are we talking about? Well, we're going to be talking about the A20G versus the P47. Now, I'm basically almost done with the Normandy campaign and all that. I'm literally about to unlock the Thompson. So, reflecting back on the whole campaign and everything like that, it's kind of like, what is the best attacker, right? Maybe if you haven't even started the U.S. for the Normandy campaign, maybe wondering, what's all this stuff about the A20G and all that. And the thing is, I feel from playing both of these is that there's a kind of a misconception, right? We all get focused on the A20G, but I've yet to see many people screaming about the P47, which playing both, I have to say, I feel the P47 is a better plane. Now, starting off right away, we're going to talk about the two of them, and we're going to kind of say what the differences are, kind of Bungle's recommendations, stuff like that. And first off, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to use the red pen here, red ink, or red Sharpie or whatever, to talk about the A20G. So A20G, if you're unfamiliar with it, is basically a bomber, all right? So it's a bomber. What I mean by a bomber is it gets I think it gets 4 or 5 times 500-pound bombs, all right? So 500-pound bombs, that's a big ordnance, right? This is like a carpet bomb. If there's an objective, you got a bomb and everything like that, this is the way to go. If you got a horde of enemies and everything, like trying to run YOLO to capture an objective, if you're playing invasion or assault, just take out the A20G, do a carpet bomb on it. You don't really even have to aim, really. Just a big area of effect. 500-pound bombs is exploding everywhere. It takes a lot of stuff, vehicles, tanks, everything like that. Kind of mass. It's like a carpet bomber, right? So you get the carpet bomb with it. But the problem with it, too, is that it's also a bus. And what I mean by a bus is like good luck trying to dogfight with it. If you get a BF-110 on your tail, you got a 109 on your tail, you're basically SOL, because this plane just doesn't have the maneuver capabilities, let's say a P-47 would. Now, moving on with it too, it also gets an ordnance, it gets a nose 12.7 millimeter cannon, or machine gun should I say, not a cannon. So basically 50 cals in the nose, right? So basically, this can kind of go, if you get the jump on someone, you can shoot down an enemy bomber like a GU-288 or whatever, or sometimes 109s that are turning slowly. You can go get a jump on them. So it's a nose 12.7 millimeter cannon, machine gun, not a cannon. But as you can see here, yeah. All right, so this is a bomber. Basically, this is a bomber. It's a carpet bomber, right? You got a big concentration of enemies. You got a bunch of vehicles hanging around, everything like that. Well, this is going to definitely kill vehicles more reliably than I would say a P-47, just because of the mass area of effect. But, moving on with it, we're going to use my blue pen for the P-47. Well, this P-47, unlike the bomber, and I'm going to have to switch. Unlike this bomber, the P-47 is actually kind of a fighter slash multi-role. And you may be asking yourself, Bungle, what do you mean by this? Well, this thing can dogfight. This thing can dogfight 109s, BF-110s very easily, even to the point where you can just easily shoot them out of the sky. So there's that. I like the aspect of I'm not locked in as a bomber. The thing with the A20Gs, you're locked in as a bomber. Like you are locked in. You can try to dogfight, right? But that's not what this plane is designed to do. So if you get yourself in situations where you need a dogfight or you need to go and provide air cover for your team, A20G isn't really going to be able to do that, whereas the P-47 can do it. The P-47 also gets HVAR. It's basically rockets, right? I think it gets 10 or 12 of them. Basically, these HVARs, they decimate enemy. I've gotten, compared to the A20G, reliability-wise, when it comes down to killing, I take the P-47 any day, because it's insane. I got like 20 plus kills sometimes doing strafing runs with a P-47 providing close air support. So the P-47 is amazing. Not only with that, you also get a 500-pound bomb. One 500-pound bomb. You're gonna be like, oh, Bungle, that's not as much compared to the A20G. Yeah, it's not, but you use your HVARs first to kind of soften the infantry up. If there's a vehicle and your team is spotting by pressing V to spot a vehicle, if you get the 50-pound bomb close to it enough, it will take out, I've taken out Panzer IVs with it, Panzer IVHs, Pumas, etc. So like I said, P-47 is just, it's definitely a step up, I would feel, from the A20G. Now, moving on with it too, it's just agile. Like I said, compared to the P38, even the P51, really, I feel the P47 is just a breeze to play. And it's just the reason problem is if you get dive bombing with A20G, you're trying to drive, if your vector is too high or too low, whatever, you're gonna crash. The P47, I've done times where I just pull a quick maneuver and I fly up, and it's really fun to play. Like I would say I love providing close air support. I definitely get top of my team very easily when I take the P47 out. Compared to A20G, A20G is just a bus. It's slow. It does mass carpet bombs. I see the purpose of it, you know, being in the middle of the campaign level, but definitely you feel it's a great upgrade getting that P47. And I'm surprised I haven't heard many people complain on the forum about it, surprisingly, compared to the A20G. But maybe as more people unlock it, we'll start seeing those special threads. But other than that, if you reach this point in the video, thanks for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, I hope today is the day that I earned your subscription. I appreciate you all sticking around. I just want to say that it really means a lot to me to have you all stick around and watch my videos and everything like that. You matter to me, so I really do appreciate it. Other than that, make sure you comment down below, mash that like button. Helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Take care.